Hello, online crew. How are you? Sorry, I was distracted because I forgot to go live on Instagram over here. So I was like, hello. How are you all? Welcome to the live. I'm kind of all over the place. Great to be here. And today we're going to talk about niching down. What does that really mean? Why is it important to you? Particularly if you're building a business online, this is something that you need to really sort out. And I've just dived really deep into this topic for our coaching community members. I've just finished that training. So I wanted to share some little sort of sneak peek things about that, because this is just so important. If you're somebody that is trying to build a business online and you've been here for a while, but you're not getting any traction, like you're not really getting any results, and you're feeling a little bit exhausted by social media, and you're just not really getting anywhere, something's amiss. So it does take time, obviously, to build a brand and build a following and build the know, like, and trust factor online and all those kind of things. But there might be some things that you need to think about regarding your messaging and niching down. One of the common things is, so I wanted to talk about it, one of the common things that I see where people go wrong online is that you're not niched down enough and you're just blending in with everyone else. A few years ago, before, you know what happened around the world, and the world shut down and everyone went online, even then it was a little bit easier than it is now. Everyone went online because they had to, whether they wanted to or not. A lot of people had to go online. Even people in our industry that used to concentrate on meetings and home parties and all those kind of things that perhaps they didn't like doing, but they were doing them, they all got shut down and went online. So particularly in our industry, all those people, and a lot of them haven't gone back to what they were doing, everyone's online. So how do you stand out from the crowd? If I look at your socials, if I look at your page or your Instagram or your Facebook or your TikTok or a reel of yours or anything like that, what would attract me? How would I know that you could help me? And this is the conversation about niching down. So if anybody's done, any kind of marketing training, previously, and a lot of people that learn about attraction marketing, you've probably done some marketing training, you've gone through a bit of an exercise to work out what your target market is, and you kind of know who it is that you're talking to. What I'm suggesting and what niching down really means is going a lot deeper with that. So I'll explain that in a minute. Just a couple of things that I want to share with you before I get into more detail. Our conversation on Clubhouse yesterday about attraction marketing in general and whether it still works and what works now in 2023. And I shared a lot of tips in that discussion yesterday. If you're missing our Clubhouse discussions, you need to go and catch the replay. That discussion we had yesterday regarding attraction marketing and how to build online successfully in general was a great discussion. So if you... I'm pretty sure the replay link should be up on the, or if you need the replay, just reach out. But you should be able to go to our Clubhouse room, which is called Social Media Strategies, find the room and you'll find the replay sitting there in Clubhouse. Or if you go to helenmartinonline.com/events, the replay link should be up there. Okay. But definitely go and catch the replay of that. If you are in my coaching community, the training I just finished on this particular topic and going really deep is critical for you to go and watch. I dived deep into target market, niching down, and I'm about to rebrand in the next couple of weeks. I know what I'm rebranding to and all of that. I'm just holding off because of a boot camp I've got coming up, and I don't want to confuse people with changing names of things. But I went through all of that, what I'm doing in my business. I'm in the industry with you guys. So I share in that coaching community everything I'm working through and whatever. So if you're a coaching community member, make sure you go and catch the replay of that training. And don't forget, we do have the Lead Generation Bootcamp 3.0 coming up in less than a couple of weeks. So if you go to helenmartinonline.com/lead generation, you can register for that bootcamp. It's completely for free. We're going to talk about all things lead generation organically. So I'll take you through a process, with that. and you can help. It'll really help you think about lead generation and how you can attract leads off social media. So make sure you register for that. I'm just going to put that one up on the screen on Facebook. I can't on Instagram, but it's helenmartinonline.com/lead generation. Okay. So just a few reminders there. So that's that. Let's get back to sort of niching down. And hello to everyone that is watching. Great to see you live. We've got Cherie, Beth, Laurie, Donna. Laurie, she's already printed off the notes from the training earlier. Awesome. Niching down. Here's a statement that I gave the coaching community members on that training. What is repeated is remembered. So what are you repeating on your social media, your content? So if you're showing up, live videos, reels, TikTok, written posts, what is it that you're repeating about who you're talking to and what you help people with? Or is your content all kind of a little bit random, a lot of personal development, motivational stuff, like you're a bit here, there, and everywhere? What I mean by niching down and, what it really means is you getting, I'm not just talking about knowing your target market and generally what you help people with. I'm talking about really knowing who it is that you're talking to. So if it's a mum, if you know that you help other mums, then every little piece of content that you come out, as long as it's relevant, you should be calling out mums. Everything that you write, pretty much 99% of the content that you put out there, you should be calling out mums if that's your target market. If it's something else, if it's a certain age bracket, if it, who, like really niche down and say it over and over and over and over and over again. What gets repeated gets remembered. You want people to remember you for who you help and what you help them with. So what do you help people with? What are you known for? Or are you doing like a million reels on Instagram or Facebook and they're just all trending ones and promoting a product here and there? Like nobody really knows what you help people with. If you want good results on social media, you've got to really niche down. So it's not just a target market. It's a sector within that target market of who you specifically help and what you specifically help people with, and say it over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's your niche. I should have no question when I go to your social media to know who it is that you help and what you help people with. Now, if that's a little bit vague, if that's all over the place, then you need to change your messaging and your language, your languaging. If you've got kind of general content, you're promoting this product and that product, or you're just a bit all over the place with your content. If you're generally talking to people, you've got general type of content out on your social media, you are going to get a general response and you're going to have a very general bank balance. When you are more specific, you niche down, you know exactly who it is that you're helping. You know exactly what it is that you solve for those people. You share that message over and over and over and over again. What you repeat gets remembered. This day and age, in 2023, at the timing of this video, social media is very noisy. So one, how do you stand out? How are you standing out from everyone else doing reels, everyone else doing posts, everyone else doing lives? If you're general and it's general type content, then you're going to get a general type response. If you know exactly who it is that you help and specifically exactly what problems you solve for them, and you say it over and over and over again, it may take 6 months for somebody to reach out to you. That's the way it is on social media. The disappointing thing about people coming online is they have very false expectations about results. Yeah, sure, people can come on social media if they've already got influence and they share something and they make a lot of sales. It's because they've already done the hard yards. They've already got influence and an audience for some reason, like all the hard work that they've already done. You've got to put hard work in to get influence and get an audience, but you want to get the right people. There is no point getting caught up in the numbers game of how many followers you've got on Instagram or how many followers that you've got, on Facebook or friends. Couldn't give a continental if you've got 5,000 friends on Facebook. If you're not making any money, your messaging isn't right. Instagram, you could have thousands of followers on Instagram, but if you're not making any sales in your business, your messaging isn't right. So when you niche down and you know exactly who it is that you serve, and you know exactly it is what you're serving them with, and you speak that language, and that's your messaging, and that's in your brand, like you have a branding statement, yes, but all the content that sort of flows from that is all about that. You will start attracting the people that want that. If you've got really general content and you're all over the place and you're generally talking to people, like, I do not encourage people to say, hi, Facebook friends, hi, Instagram. Who are you talking to? So when I don't think I did it today, but when I come on my videos, when I talk to people, I'm like, if we haven't met before, I help home-based business owners, social sellers, network marketers, MLM, all of those above. I am calling out people that are direct sellers, that are network marketers, that are MLM. And I know people that start watching my video here or on Instagram or YouTube or whether, if they're not one of those people, they will jump off. Beautiful. I don't want those people to follow me. I can't solve their problems. So you've got to call it out constantly. And what you help people with, and mine's just about to change. So watch that space in the next few weeks. I just have to wait until after the lead generation bootcamp before I do that, just not to confuse my audience to go to a group where I've changed the name. So just to share a little bit, and that coaching community members, I went through in this in depth in the training that I just gave you guys. But part of my kind of slight rebrand that I'm going to do in a couple of weeks is because I'm really getting laser focused on who I want to attract. So there is a specific type of person I want to attract. So I'm changing my branding slightly, and I'll be changing my messaging and my language slightly moving forward to attract that person. Because I don't want to attract every home-based business owner, and I don't want to attract people that are not serious about building their business. I'm here to help people that are serious about being successful online. I don't want that person building a direct sales or network marketing business to come into my community that is not going to do the work. I want to help people that want to do the work because I'm really passionate about that. And part of my passion is helping people realize the potential of social media, but doing it in a way where we're a human before a marketer. So it feels good. It's really aligned with us. We're not afraid to be genuine and authentic. And you've got your branding. Anyone that knows me well knows that I'm really, really passionate about the branding piece of it. But branding generally and branding by niching down are two very different things. To give you an example, if somebody said to you, what do you do? And a lot of your responses, depending what kind of company that you're in, you might say, I do such and such. Maybe some of you are even in the workforce. You've got another job. You do different things. You say, I do such and such. And I've also got a side business in health and wellness or weight loss or finance or jewelry or whatever it is that you do. You shouldn't say that. What you should say is have a little crafty, neat, niched down statement of what you help people with. Nobody cares if you're in a health and wellness business or a weight loss business or, whatever it is that you do. If you say something like, well, I help people, lose weight naturally without being a slave to the gym, that's my statement. Or, I help people create an extra income online through using modern sort of social media. There's a little statement that you say that kind of indicates what it is that you do. That creates far more intrigue than just statements like, oh, I'm in health and wellness, or I'm in this, I'm in that, or whatever. Do you see the difference when you niche down? So you might have a general target market, but who within that target market do you really want to help? And here's I guess a tip for you. Look in the mirror. Your target market, and if you're trying to niche down your target market, it's probably somebody like you, exactly like you. So talk about that person. Talk about an age bracket, talk about what they do, talk about, their dreams and goals and desires and fears and things like that. It's often, somebody that will be very much like you. So talk to that person. Don't talk to everybody. Like really, and if you're in the coaching community, I've actually given you a whole lot of questions to work through to really try to nut this out. But what I'm trying to share with you today is try to narrow down what you're doing on social media as far as your messaging goes and who you help and what you help them with. I mean, I've just done over an hour training on this, and I can't achieve that here. I'm not going to go into the depth that I've just gone in the coaching community, but I do want to share with all of you that if you are general on social media, you will get a general response. It's too noisy out there. And the people that I see do this really, really well are being very crystal clear about not only the target market, but within that target market. So if you want people that are professionals, so let's say mums, but it's mums that are, you're an overachieving mum, or you're a busy mum. Give something to a busy mum and it'll get done. Like you don't mind being busy and having multiple streams of income. Call out the busy mum. Call out the professional mum. Call out the educated mum. Call out the mature person. Call out the, whatever it is that you're trying to attract. So it's not just, when we think of what a lot of people think of with target markets is, I help mums. What kind of quality mum do you want? Man, woman, whatever. So niching down really means getting much more specific about that exact person that you really want to talk to and the exact thing that you help them with. And that's the other struggle. What's the exact thing that you help people with? As those of you that are in companies that sell a lot of kind of products or a lot of type services, niche it down to something in particular or a couple of things in particular. It doesn't mean you don't offer the rest. It just means you lead with one to attract the right audience to start with. Once you get a bit of an audience, a bit of engagement, and a bit of following, then you can branch out. But you've got to lead with something. So niche down with something in particular that resonates with you, that you're, a little bit passionate about, or you have a passion to help people with, even if you're not there yet. So let's take weight loss. You might not be where you want to be with weight loss yet, but you sell weight loss and you're on a weight loss journey. You share the journey and the vision of the journey that you're on, and you have to talk about that over and over and over again if you're not there yet. If you're not where you want to be and you've got this imposter syndrome thing and you think, well, how can I talk about that or niche down because I'm not even there yet? It's even more important for you to share the vision of where you're going and the journey that you're on for people to have that relatability with you. So you share that journey and it's like, oh, she's exactly like me, or he's exactly like me. What she just mentioned she struggles with, I struggle with as well. And when that person shares the vision, that's where I want to go. And you've got to make small wins yourself. You can't teach, you can't have credibility around showing up online and not doing the things that you say you're teaching people. Like I'm in the industry winning and failing with the best of you. Okay. I have good months. I have less months. Like I'm in the industry building. I know what it's like. And you've got to share all of that. All of it. Good, bad, and that's what it makes you sort of authentic. But the niching down is so important. So for those of you that don't have access to the coaching community, you should be in the coaching community for one. Reach out to find out about that. It's next to nothing. But the rest of you, I would really encourage you to, whatever you're doing on social media, narrow it down. Narrow it down. narrow down who it is exactly that you're talking to and say it over and over again in your posts and your lives and your stories and your reels, and narrow it down as to what it is that you actually specifically help people with, and speak that over and over and over again. You're going to see me change my language over the next few weeks to do this for myself, because there is a specific type of person in a specific type of business that I would prefer to attract to me, which means I want to actively repel other people that are not serious about building in this industry. So, watch my language and hear that. I'm not doing it right now just because of a timing thing with the boot camp coming up. But I'll wait till the boot camp's over, and then you'll see my branding change everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, etc. TikTok, I'm product anyway, so that'll stay the same. But I'm getting more laser focused. So if I can encourage you to do anything, it's just really think about how you're positioning yourself on social media. And I know a lot of you know the terms target market and customer avatar and all of that. But if you really want to cut through the noise and you really want to get good results and you want more money in your bank account, you have to get more specific with your language and your messaging in your content behind the brand of the target market. So think deeper, think deeper, think deeper. Okay? I know that might just raise more questions, for you about, well, how do I do that? Or what do I do? So think about yourself, brainstorm it, but really think about your messaging and make it laser focus. And even though you get bored of your own voice, this is why TikTok works so well. And people say, on TikTok, I feel like I'm repeating myself on TikTok, but that's what works on TikTok. Just saying the same thing a slightly different way. Bring that into the rest of your social. Some of you might not be on TikTok, but that's the kind of way that you want to move in your thinking regarding branding and positioning on social media for you to attract the people that you want to. Otherwise, you'll end up attracting people that are not serious, or if you want people that want to invest in something with you, you want them to pay for some products, you want them to pay to become a team member of yours, then you don't want broke people, or they can be really good in network marketing, by the way. So it's your language of where you're going and the vision, because broke people can be some of the best people in our industry, actually, because they do the work to get it done. So you need to think about all of those kind of things. I hope I'm not confusing any of you. I'm just really encouraging you. If you want to break through in 2023, don't just think of a general target market branding statement. You can have your branding statement. Branding is a much longer conversation, but think very specifically about who it is that you want to attract, and specifically what it is that you help people with. Okay? Just picking up on a couple of comments here from Cherie. The training in the coaching communities was extremely eye-opening and deep. It was amazingly thought-provoking. Thank you for your feedback there, Cherie. So think about how you can bring it down, niche it down, and think about the kind of your I help statement. It's not that you're in a side gig. It's not that you're in a health and wellness company or a skincare company or whatever. Think of another sentence to say in the transformation of what you help people with. So I help, whatever that is for you. And that's where you change your messaging on your lives and your reels and your content to be laser focused, so you can attract that person that wants what you help people with and the transformation that you're taking them on. Okay, do yourself a favor and think deeply about this one, because general content, general branding, general statements, just, general overall will bring you general results. It's kind of what's required this day and age in 2023. Okay, so I hope that's thought-provoking in some way. Go and do something with that. Have a deep think, about that. I hope that's helpful. And don't forget to join us for the Lead Generation Bootcamp. So helenmartinonline.com/lead generation. When you register for that, you'll get the dates, the email, the workbook, and everything that we're going to work through. That's going to be a great boot camp for those of you that are growing organically and, you want to gain more leads on social media. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye.